Synpulse Token Crypto Investment Committee currently have 8 members. 3 are in the management. They provide the overall view and journey of the company. And 5 are voting member, which creates a good diversification because everyone from the Synpulse family can apply and be voted in, and then all the other employees join and vote for which member they think is the most appropriate. I come from Slovakia and I have a background in mathematics. There's people who work as a chief of staff in New York. There's one consultant in Singapore, which creates a challenge when it comes to organizing meetings, since the time difference between New York and Singapore is 13 hours, with Zurich being right in the middle. Just to introduce ourselves and our roles, I come from more traditional investment background, which creates a very different look to the crypto. Before I dealt with derivatives and I calculated them with stochastic analytics. Now the approach needs to be a little bit different, but it's good to always bring something what was already good and established into the new world of crypto. And Robert here.
Yeah, so my name is Robert, and I have an IT background. I'm a developer. I'm developing in core banking, and my role in the committee. So it's market research, supporting with creating the house view, and preparing and actually executing the portfolio rebalancing. So this is done on a quarterly basis, and so preparing the transaction and more on the technical side. So first, I would split this committee into 2 parts. First one would be the elected members of the actual committee. We meet on a monthly basis, where we sort of try to put together a market overview, right? To create the house view, what the current state of the market is, and what we think the short-term and mid-term predictions are, and also keep track of any to-dos we currently have between each other. Then on a quarterly basis, the actual CAC has a meeting, which includes the elected members and then the board members of Synpulse. And there we decide what the next steps are, vote on certain decisions which are going to be binding. This could include keeping a certain token, buying a new token, any sort of decision such as, for example, staking a token for extra yield.
My duties when I started the CIC, we basically split a couple of roles between ourselves. And one of my main duties was to be the trader, right? So what does a trader do? The trader basically facilitates or helps the boards to execute the trades that we've decided on doing. And what does this mean? Basically, for me, what this meant was waking up at 5 a.m. because we have board members on 2 different parts of the world, and taking these board members through the excruciatingly slow, difficult, steps of making a trade with the setup that we have, right? Coordinating with 4 people in 2 different time zones, I guess. 2 different time zones, and they're all very busy, so but we made it work. Another thing that had to be done towards the end of the year was coordinate the writing of the annual reports. Now, like I mentioned before, this was during a very busy time. Board members were busy and the CIC members were very busy. So even though we did spread out the tasks on who's going to do what for the annual reports, effectively, first of all, not everyone had the time to do it, and they told me up front. And when they did get the time to do it, it was more like they only had time to review things or add a little part here and there. And luckily for the whole group, I guess, is I also had a bit more time, and I was also very, very motivated.
My role in CIC is primarily focused on building a structured investment framework, creating our annual reports, supporting the team in making informed decisions, and ensuring that there's transparency throughout the reporting and presentation that we do it on a quarterly basis. Being a part of the committee has been an incredible experience, and I look forward to continuing our journey making strategic investments that benefit both our organizations and our employees.